Hey everybody, Injury Illustrated. We're on chapter 32, and this is called Pancakes. And it's because it's all about food analogies, which you can assume we can talk about spaghetti. We can talk about all things gory. And there is a case in here where a brain bleed is equated to the size and the shape of a pancake. But I am going to read you a paragraph that is about food. Well, not really. It's about the senses, and it's to remind you to think of all the senses when you're working your case. The architect was prepped for surgery and placed under general anesthesia. The surgeon scrubbed in, entered the operating room, and asked for the traction tower. He was upset that it wasn't prepped and ready to go. He attempted to take the traction device out of the autoclave, but it was still too hot to touch. The surgeon was frustrated and poured saline on the device in an effort to cool it. With the patient already under anesthesia for some time now, the surgeon elected to begin, setting the architect's fingers into the grips of the device. The patient's arm rested against the stand. The surgeon watched the camera feed as his surgical instruments worked to debride the wrist joint. Eventually, he stopped the surgery and closed early. Something happened. That's why this case came to me. The client was sent to post operative recovery with a massive burn on his forearm. When he woke up, the searing pain was intense. The hot traction tower had burned his skin deep into his nerves. The nerve damage was permanent and debilitating. While I was reading the operation report, I wondered, why had the procedure stopped short? I pondered, at what point did they notice the burn? I asked the attorney, do you think the surgeon or someone in the operating room smelled his flesh burning? Of course, the burn was not mentioned in the operation report, and that became a question in the deposition. And this is our burned arm. Injury illustrated.